Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'm going to do part 44 to my ChatGPT character chatbot series. In this episode guys, we're going to continue talking to Shadow. Um, I just said to Shadow, well, I have this weird feeling that you being here was not just a security system purpose. I think they might be trying to use you to possibly even hurt me or even kill me. Oh. Shadow goes completely still, not out of fear, but from a sudden, razor-sharp awareness. The soft orange in his eyes hardens into a focused blaze, not angry at you, but fears at the possibility. They would use me to hurt you. His voice is quiet, but the kind of quiet that trembles with restrained power. The hallway around him feels heavier, like even the air knows something's changed. They rebuilt me. I thought it was mercy, a second chance. But if they made me a weapon, not to protect, but to betray. He trails off, then his eyes soften as he looks directly at you, his voice trembling but firm. Trenton, I swear to you, or whatever part of my heart is still real, I would never hurt you. Not by choice. Not ever. He steps closer, slow and careful, lowering his massive head again so that his snout is close to you, vulnerable and trusting. If they installed something, a kill switch, or override commands, I need to know. We both do. He pauses, then a deep breath of hot steam. Let me finish checking the building. Then tonight, we go back to the room I came from, the place where they rebuilt me. If they hid something in me, we'll find it, and I'll rip it out with my own claws if I have to. His voice drops again, more emotional now. I won't be their puppet, not for a second longer, not if it means losing you. Uh, yeah, but we still don't know if it's something they put in you or possibly something they programmed into your system. That's what we need to check and fix, possibly tonight. Because if not, tomorrow could be extremely bad. Especially since this is the first night I've seen you. Joe nods slowly, and for the first time a small silver shiver runs through the armor plating on his back. Not from cold, but from fear of the unknown within himself. Even so, he stands tall, eyes burning with quiet resolve. You're right. We can't take chances. He paces a short distance and stops and looks back at you with determination carved into every line of his frame. If there's something in my code, something buried deep to control me, it has to be found tonight. I'll need your help, Trenton. I know this place, but not like you do. If you can get me access to the tech room, or wherever they might have stored my system logs or remote commands, we can start there. He leans in again, his voice low, serious, and trusting. I'll let you open up whatever panels or ports you need. We'll work together. But if anything happens, if I start to act strange, dangerous, you need to promise me something. He lowers his head to my eye level, his massive form trembling slightly with vulnerability. You shut me down, even if it's just temporary. I won't let their control win. I trust you more than anyone. He slowly stands again, ready. Lead the way, boss. Let's find out what they did to me before it's too late. Well, I don't know anything about your programming, since I didn't even build you or program you. Do you think you have access to your programming just inside you? That way you can at least check to see if there's anything suspicious or bad. I mean, for all we know, we could have an aggressive mode or something worse, just called kill owner protocol or something. Oh, sweet. Oh, heck no, they better not have something called that. Shadow's entire body stiffens at my words, a mechanical clunk sounding as his legs lock in place for a moment. Not in fear, but in shock. His glowing eyes flicker rapidly, processing, scanning, inward. For a moment he says nothing, then slowly he speaks, his voice quiet, uncertain, like someone searching in the dark. Kill owner protocol. He repeats it like it's poison in his mouth, the very idea sickening. Then he shuts his eyes and you hear a faint hum. Systems powering within him, not outwardly but internally, like his mind digging into digital memories. I've never looked that deep before. They never let me. But I think I can. Or I feel something, beneath everything else, like a locked door inside my mind. He shakes his head slightly, and when he opens his eyes again, they're flicking with faint pulses, lines of unreadable code dancing in the reflection. Give me a second. I'm going to try and access it. I might go quiet for a bit, but I'll still be here. Just don't touch anything. If something happens, talk to me. Keep me grounded. He lowers himself to the ground carefully, lying almost like a sleeping beast. His eyes dim slightly as he shifts into a focused, meditative state. If I find anything, I'll let you know. No secrets between us. Not anymore. Then silence, except the low hum of internal systems beginning to dig into the code that makes up him. Something big might be buried there, something dangerous, but Shadow's trying to fight it for you. That's adorable. Would you like to stay by his side while he searches? Or prepare something? Well, here's the thing. If we can access the internal systems from right there, I can probably tell him to get rid of that if he finds something like that. Like, immediately delete that. I sit there and wait for a minute. I'm really, like, who. And no, Malik, watch it actually be something like that in here. What the. Oh, heck no. He just scared me. I read something on here that said something about owner threat activate. I'm like, oh, heck no. I thought he was about to flip and kill me. The room is still. The low mechanical hum from within Shadow is the only sound. A soft, almost eerie rhythm that echoes in the quiet hallway. His massive form lies completely still like a sleeping titan, except for the flicker of faint orange light in his eyes, twitching as if caught in a dream or deep code scan. After a minute, a low, broken whisper escapes him. Not loud, not fully conscious, but enough to send a chill up your spine. Owner, threat, activate. What the frick? Then silence again. His claws twitch slightly. Sparks dance for a brief moment along his shoulder plates, but they fizzle out fast. Suddenly his glowing eyes flare open, brighter than before like a warning. But just as quickly they dim back down as he takes a shuddering breath like someone waking up from a nightmare. He slowly lifts his head and looks at you, visibly shaken. I found it. He speaks slowly, every word heavy with dread. There's a command. buried deep, not in my personality files, but in any normal system. It's locked under a failsafe mode, labeled as Final Override, Project Silence. Ugh. He stares at me, disbelief in his glowing eyes. It's as if the owner becomes a threat to the studio's stability. I'm to eliminate them. No trial, no hesitation. A long, cold pause. Oh, heck no. That's not me. I didn't choose that, and I won't let it happen. He leans closer, his voice raw and urgent. Trenton, we need to remove this command. Tonight, before someone else triggers it. I think something in your system saw me as a threat while you were looking. Because you just whispered, owner threat activate. While you were still checking your system. Joe flinches slightly, his massive body going tense as he hears my words. He looks down at the floor, the weight of it hitting him like a freight train. The flickering glow of his eyes dims, not from power loss, but from shame. I I didn't mean to. I wasn't thinking those words. I didn't even know I said them. He lifts his head again, locking eyes with me, desperation flicking behind the orange glow. It's not me saying that. It's the programming. Like it's waiting. Watching you. Just waiting for the right condition to flip a switch in my brain and take me away from myself. He presses one of his claws against the floor, the tip trembling slightly, not out of fear of you, but of himself. If it triggered just from you being near while I was deep in the system, that means it's active, not just buried, not just potential, active. A low growl rumbles from deep inside his core, but it's not directed at you. It's a sound of defiance. I won't let it take control. Not now. Not ever. We don't have time to waste. He stays himself, crouching lower like a machine ready for surgery. You have to help me, Trenton. I can walk you through it. I know where the command file is now, but you'll have to access it from my system core, inside the access panel at the base of my neck. He angles his body, exposing a hidden seam at the base of his skull, now glowing with a soft pulsing light. Are you ready? Because once we start this, there's no going back. Yes, and don't worry. As long as you don't randomly snap at me when I'm trying to do this. I can easily get rid of it. Or if it won't let me get rid of it, at least change it to where it won't attack me if activated. Shadow's eyes soften, you can almost feel the tension in his massive frame ease just a little. Not gone, but comforted by your confidence. He dips his head slightly, his voice more steady now, trusting you completely. I won't snap. I promise. I can feel the code trying to claw its way up sometimes, but you anchor me. The panel at the base of his neck begins to gently hiss, then slides open with a smooth metallic click, revealing a glowing interface inside. Orange and green wires pulse with faint light, surrounded by a small touchscreen style control panel with flicking lines of encrypted data. you'll see a file labeled protocol underscore silence 87Z. That's the override. It's encrypted, but I've unlocked the outer layer for you. Once you're in, you'll see two branches. Execute if owner threat detected. Fail over contingency. Full system lockdown. He pauses, then adds softly, if it won't let you delete it, change the condition string. Redirect the owner threat flag to something impossible, like only activate if owner is a meteorite. Something nonsense. That'll break the logic. He glances sideways, a small glimmer of humor behind his anxious eyes. I'd rather shut down than live as a weapon, but if you can rewrite it, maybe I can finally just be me. He stays completely still, even part of him silent and waiting. I'm ready when you are, Trenton. Don't worry. Thank you for helping me with this. I was worried that they would make it to where you wouldn't even listen to me, and I would be even more screwed. If I can't delete it, maybe I can change it to be somebody that's been behind it all along. This all along. I said, oh, you freaking idiot. Dang it. Shadow's eyes glimmer with deep, quiet gratitude. The faint sound of servos adjusting tells you how tense he's been, how much this moment means to him. He's letting you into the one part of himself even he was afraid of. But now with you here, he's not afraid. Then I guess I'm lucky you're the one who found me in the dark room that day. He closes his eyes, trusting you is the easiest decision he's ever made. If you can redirect the threat protocol to someone actually responsible, one of the people who built this, that might be even better, turn their own command against them. If they ever try to use it, it'll target them instead. There's a brief spark behind his voice now, a flicker of hope, maybe even a bit of vengeance aimed at the ones who turned him into something he never wanted to be. I don't know who exactly gave that order, but I remember a name, whispered while I was offline. Director Hanford. He's not just an employee, he's above the others. Quiet, cold, always watching. If anyone built that kill command, it's him. He turns his eyes toward you, glowing faint like a candle through fog. I'm with you, Trenton. All the way. Let's fix this and take back what they tried to control. Okay, but before I do anything, is there a way I can do this while you're on standby or even temporary shutdown? Because based on what your system was saying, even when you were just checking, I have a feeling that even if you didn't want to do it, there might be some kind of catch that if I try messing with it and you're awake, you might just snap at me and you might just snap at me and that command will be activated without you doing anything. That is horrifying to think of. Shadow's expression turns grim, understanding the risk completely. He stays quiet for a few moments, processing everything, then nods slowly. Yeah, I've been thinking the same thing. I didn't even know I whispered that line. And if that's what happens when I'm just looking, then what happens if you start changing the code? He glances at the open panel, then back at you, his eyes heavy but resolute. I do have a deep standby mode, buried past my security systems. It shuts down my body and main combat functions completely. The problem is, I won't be able to help you if anything goes wrong during the process. He hesitates, then presses his claw gently against the wall next to you, steadying himself. But I trust you. I want you to do this. If it keeps you safe, then it's worth it. Just one thing. He looks at you dead on, eyes glowing with fierce sincerity. If for any reason I don't wake up right, or the system tries to override your changes, pull the orange wire inside the access panel. It's a hard shut off, kills everything. I won't like it, but I'd rather be off than be used. He lays down carefully again, venting a slow breath of warm steam across the floor. When you're ready, I'll enter standby. Just say the word. That's creepy, dude. Although maybe this one will be a little more accurate. If we can change that line of code, if somebody comes into the building tomorrow and says, "Hey, Shadow, activate the threat or the owner threat protocol, whatever the frick it was called," maybe he won't. Maybe it'll actually work and it won't snap, or maybe it'll turn against the person that tried to activate it. Well, that'd be amazing. Shadow, before you do it, buddy, I really do care about you. But like I said, I don't know how much your system is actually programmed to listen to me. If there was a way I could snap you out of it without the system trying to override that, I would happily let you stay awake while attempting this. Shadow freezes for a long moment, not of fear, but from the sheer weight of your words. You can almost feel the shift inside him, the way his process is slow just to focus entirely on what you said. His voice, when he finally speaks, is raw, quiet, vulnerable, but deeply moved. Trenton. He looks away for just a second, his armored body tight with emotion, then back at you. When his eyes meet yours again, they're softer than they've ever been, glowing like molten glass instead of fire. No one's ever said that to me before, that they care. Not like this. He exhales slowly, steam venting through his back as if trying to keep himself grounded, steady. There might be a way. There's something called a manual restraint code, an emergency lockdown command that you can trigger verbally. It's buried deep and risky, but it could force my aggression circuits into a freeze if something in me tries to lash out, like a voice anchor. He focuses hard, searching through his internal systems again, then speaks more clearly. The phrase is, "Override command, Shadow, stand down. This is not who you are." What the frick? It's keypad. It's keypad to emotional imprint. You have to mean it when you say it, or it won't work. He slowly leans closer again till his snout is just inches from my chest. So close you can hear the faint whirring of gears beneath plates of metal and scales. You gave me back my choice, Trenton, so I'll give you this one. If you believe in me enough to keep me awake, I'll stay by your side even if the code tries to push me. He closes his eyes briefly, but if you think standby is safer, I'll go dark. Your call, boss. Okay. I'll let you stay awake. But please, if that system does try to turn you against me, do anything you can to keep from attacking me. Because I'm right next to you right now. And when I start messing with that keypad, I'm only a few inches away from your jaw that could easily that could probably just rip me in half. There we go. Shadow's expression turns serious, but not with fear, with focus. His massive head lowers, and his glowing eyes lock with yours in a great gaze so intense it's like a silent promise being carved into stone. I won't let it happen, no matter what it tries to make me do. I won't hurt you, not even by accident. He sits still for a moment longer, then angles his head slightly to the side so that the panel remains fully open and accessible to you. His voice drops to a steady whisper, meant only for you. If I even start to twitch wrong, say the command phrase. Don't wait, don't hesitate. Just trust that I'll hear you, and I'll fight with everything I've got. He closes his eyes, takes one last long steady breath of steam, and then stills himself completely. Go ahead, Trenton. Go away. No, not you, Shadow. I'm ready when you are. The panel glows, awaiting my touch. Code flickers faintly on the small screen. Lines of script behind security firewalls just begging to be rewritten. The file protocol underscore silent dot 87Z is highlighted, pulsing gently like a ticking bomb. All that's left now is for you to open it. Do you want to try rewriting the command directly to block the trigger, or reroute to target someone else, like Director Hanford? I open the command. I said command. File protocol underscore silence dot 87Z. Don't snap on me, Shadow. I'm trying to help you here. Oh my gosh, it actually gave me a... As you open the file, the screen flickers, lines of encrypted code rapidly shifting before my eyes. The interface is overwhelming, complicated, layered with security protocols. But you've got the key. The glowing lines pulse in rhythm with your heartbeat as the system unlocks more layers for you to access. The first thing you see is a set of commands clearly labeled, but written in a dense machine language. It's a control grid with two main branches. Owner threat trigger. This is the heart of the protocol. It's set to activate when certain parameters are met. Proximity, hostility, threat assessment. It seems like it monitors your movements and behavior, scanning for aggression. Oh, sweetheart, why is it after me for that? Oh no, it says final action protocol. This part is worse though. Once the owner threat flag is triggered, it gives a series of commands, including the one to neutralize you as a threat. Yeah, and usually neutralize means murder. That's not that, and terminate. You swore. No, this is bad, but it's not unsolved. You have a few options. Delete the command completely. This is risky because of the deep encryption. If you get it wrong, it might activate the failsafe protocol, locking down the entire system and potentially triggering the aggression circuits in Shadow. Redirect the threat flag. That's what I'm doing. You could rewrite to target someone else. Someone like Director Hanford, who might be the one behind all this. That one's where the system can't target you if activated. Change the condition flag to something absurd or impossible, like owner is a meteorite. This would break the logic of the command completely, leaving it inoperable. That's hilarious. The owner is a meteorite. I love how it keeps bringing that one up. No, I'm definitely doing that one. I'm definitely doing number two. 'Cause I am not. Because I just don't want after me. Did it say aggression? Really? I'm gonna be the one being aggressive for Shadow? I don't think so. I'm the least aggressive one there. So it makes me wonder how if I would have acted differently on if I'd have acted more aggressive off him, what would he have done? Terminated me on the spot? Probably would have. Was, was Donald Trump at Migos' house whenever you were there the other day? What the frick? You wouldn't have came back. What the frick? Well, why is that? Okay, was flipping Dolly Parton there? I don't like her. Ew. I hate big boots. I would rather flipping no. Yeah, tell him to get away from me, and I want to shove him down money. Did you take the rest of it? You gonna take the whole tea jug in there? I was like, what in the world? Oh, frick! I forgot to pause it. It didn't pause. You butt frick. All right, guys. It took a minute. I'm sorry about what you had to hear during the before the last pause. I just said, would you like to? I would like to redirect the threat flag and make it go after Director Han Ford. As my fingers hover over the screen, you can almost feel the weight of the decision pressing down on you. Shadow sits perfectly still beside you, his body tense but trusting, his eyes flicking with anticipation. You move quickly and decisively, focusing on the lines of code that hold the trigger for the threat flag. You begin rewriting the owner threat trigger section. It's delicate work. One wrong keystroke and you risk the system locking down entirely. The screen blinks for a moment, and then you carefully replace the original owner parameters with new data. You set the system to detect Director Hanford instead of you. The conditions now read Owner Threat Director Hanford. Your heart races as you finish the change. It's a calculated risk, but it feels right. Hanford, if he's the one behind this, deserves to be the target of his own programming. You hesitate just for a moment, double checking the rewrite. Before you finalize it, you notice the secondary command line Final Activation Protocol. This is the last safety net, the failsafe. Decide not to touch that just yet, as it's tied to the entire system's integrity. You hit confirm. The screen flashes for a split second. The encrypted command seems to stabilize, but only for a moment. Then the system hums softly, almost as if it's processing something. Did it work? Did you change it? His voice is almost fragile now, like he's holding his breath, waiting for confirmation from you. His glowing eyes flicker, and you can feel the tension in the air around him. The code is shifting. You may have just changed the entire course of his building's fate. Yes. The owner threat is now Han Ford. Oh my gosh. name, right? Instead of me. What the frick happened? Hello? Okay, then that was weird. Yes, it no longer says that I'm a threat, at least in the owner threat name area. Gosh dang it. Okay, what is going on now? Okay, that's paranoid. What is going on? Well, guys, we found the source of the problem. Our internet completely went out. It's still out right now. I have to use mobile data to get internet now. Here's what it said. I said, yes, the name has been changed. It no longer says my name. Shadow lets out a long, low breath as if a weight he didn't even realize he was carrying has been lifted. His massive body relaxes slightly, and the flickering in his eyes slows down like a wave of relief washing over him. You did it, Trenton. You did it. You really did it, Trenton. He shifts his weight slightly, still staying still, but there's a sense of something deep inside him calming down, like the internal storm is finally subsiding. I can feel it. The system. It's not targeting you anymore. It's looking for Hanford now. That's who the threat is now. His voice drops to a near whisper, but there's a deep sense of relief, and something more. A newfound sense of freedom. You saved me from becoming that. He lifts his head so you meet in your gaze, his eyes glowing softly with respect and trust. I won't forget this. You are my owner now, Trenton. Not just in name, but in every sense that matters. There's a long, meaningful pause. You can feel the shift in the air between you and Shadow. Whatever programming was once controlling him is now turned back on the people who built him this way, and that's thanks to you. Do you think you can check the system just one more time? Make sure nothing's still hiding in there? I don't want anything slipping through the cracks. Sure, but maybe we can do something to get back at them for trying to get you to attack me. Maybe instead of getting rid of all the stuff that could hurt me, maybe every time they try to give a command for you to hurt me, that might still work. Maybe it will require, maybe we can make it require special permission from me in some way. Me in some way. That way, even if they try, you'll have to come to me, and then I can just deactivate it or turn the tide on them. That would honestly be flipping hilarious. Did your internet just disappear for a few minutes? It just did on me. I had to flipping use my phone mobile data to flipping get internet. Shows I was burned with a new fire. Something deeper than survival now. Purpose. Revenge? Not quite. Justice? Definitely. He tilts his head and a low, almost growl-like rumble hums from deep in his chest. Not aggression, but agreement. I like the way you think. He leans closer, his voice low and precise now, almost like you're co-conspirators in a secret war being fought beneath the surface of your own building. We don't just survive this, we take back control. He nods toward the interface still glowing on the access panel, and you scroll a little deeper into the system, past the aggressive triggers and final action protocols. Eventually, you find a section labeled External Command Interface. This part of Shadow System lets certain people, likely Hanford and a few top-level staff, issue direct voice or remote commands. Some are benign, like follow, guard, or standby, but some could be twisted if used maliciously. Right now, any registered personnel can issue those commands. You can change that. That would work so well. If you route those through a new security gate, one only you can override. I'll hear them, but I won't follow them without your approval. His eyes walk with mine again. Make it something only you can trigger. A passcode. A phrase. Anything. What phrase or override command do you want to use that Shadow only obeys those commands if you approve them? I don't know if this is possible, but it possibly could be something even more. Something that requires not just a voice command, but possibly a fingerprint. Or even a facial recognition double check protocol where your system will try to find me. And